we've got pictured here is going to be the ProCut 3000 MP. So it's going to be the same cutter bar that's in the front mower, 3 meters, so about 10 foot. Same gears, same bed. It's just going to be the rear version. A common question that we get asked a lot is how is our blade set up on these machines? All the Malone products come across the line standard with quick change blades. What they're going to have is they're going to come with a tool like this. You need to make sure that your turtle's pointed towards the front. Slide your tool in, you pry down, your blade comes right out. It's a real quick and easy, simple process, easy to do in the field. Bang in, bang out, 10 seconds.
This is a 10-foot cutter bar, which consists of 7 discs, and all our cutter bars come fixed. Our cutter bar is fixed in a bed tray, so it's reinforced all across the rear and both to the sides. So the cutter bar is in a case really, and bolted all across the back. So in our all our discs then come with what we call as a drive shield module. So in order, if something comes in contact with the cutter bar like that, there's on the shaft coming up driving the disc, there's like a shear point in the shaft which will just break under a torque load. So what you do is, just to replace that, you take your 2 bolts here, which take your cap away. There's 4 bolts underneath. Take off your turtles, take off your quick fit spring, and then you're left with 6 ring of bolt nuts of 6. And you remove the 6 nuts, and you just keep your discs in line like that at 90 degrees to each other. You take out your module and you pop in the next one, and just make sure your timing is in correct place, and you just fit the whole lot back in. About 30 minutes process, and you're back mowing again.
With this rear mower, we've got a center suspension. Gives you a cleaner cut as you're going through the field, and it's also hydraulic suspension as well. Same process. You float everything down, pressurize the gauge where it comes up to the set point, lock your tap out, bang off to running.
Yeah, so also we have on the rear mower here, you got your breakaway system. So if the cutter bar comes in contact with something on this spring release here, it'll come under tension and it'll let it release. So your wedge here will pop out, and it'll allow your mower to swing rearwards and slightly lift at the same time. And just to preset it, you put your mower back down in working position, and you release your lock nut here, and you just reverse your mower back into put the wedge back in here in its position, and you just reset by the torque setting on the manual. So as I was speaking earlier on the front mower, we have a reinforced frame all around our cutter bar, a bed tray as we call it. So you can see there the way it's built. It comes all the way up the side here to meet your overarm frame, and down at the side here of your cutter bar, and all across. It runs all across the back of the cutter bar and down by the side. So your cutter bar is well protected from any warp or any of that type thing when you're in rough terrain. So your hydraulic suspension then is operated from this cylinder here. It's kind of more similar process to the front mower, only you're on a different spool. You have 2 spool valves for the rear mower. You have a double acting spool valve for your lifting cylinder, which is underneath here, which pushes out the mower, folds up the mower, and the mower sits over center at an angle of about 18 degrees. And then on your other spool valve is connected to this cylinder here, which is to lift for your ground pressure when you're mowing. So your other spool valve is on a lever valve going into your spool valve, which is here. So what you do is you open this, you have your hydraulic spool valve and float, and what pressure clock is here. It's the same operation. You bring your needle up to your setting. There's a presetting on the clock there, and then when you have that done, you come back out of the cab and you close your lever valve again in this position here, and that's your ground pressure set then for mowing. And then on your lift arm height, we got a guide here, so your guide should be in line here, and that gives you your lift setting for your headstock. And then your mower is set up ready to go, and it's a 540 PTO drive. That's what the the gearboxes are designed for. And we also use water-child PTO shaft on everything, and this one you can grease from all your crosses is greased from the center of the caps. Same here, and then we use the same on the tractor side, water-child PTO shaft with a disc clutch. Yeah, so on all our mowers we use like an inclinometer here. It's to set your cutting height of your blade. So your top link determines your cutting height, but we got this inclinometer here, and it has from 0 to 10 degrees on it, so you can set your rear and your front mower as long as you're in a level playing position. You can set your two mowers exactly the same height cutting. So our mowers come with a parking stand. So what you do when you're removing from the tractor, you hop down, you get your lever valve, and you put it in the open position, and then you put all your hydraulic system into float, and it leaves the whole system completely free of pressure. And you drop your machine down, and you to unhitch, you just drop your parking stand down like that. It's a quick release, quick coupling there just to hold your stand in position, and you just remove your mower from the tractor.